This boss killer PvE build is absolutely insane. It shreds through any boss's HP with insane speed. It has massive mobility due to the fact it's a jet striker, and even has quality of life talents like Ghost. This build almost matches the power and raw damage of a God Slayer. However, it's super easy to use. So in today's video, I'll be covering the stat order, mantra modifiers, and finally how to use the build to its fullest potential to help you get the most performance out of progressing it. This is a stronger version of the build I made during the progression, as since then I've optimized it to get you even more points into your weapon mastery. So if you enjoy this video or find the build useful, make sure you like and subscribe and join the Discord for the build maker link itself. Anyways, let's get into the stat order. Alright, so you can use any race on this build, but personally I went a Gremmer just because I like the drip of the horns. Some races will result in you just having less heavy weapon at the end of the build, which is fine. Your Oath is Jet Striker for mobility, Origin can be anything but Deep Bound is the best, with your outfit being a Prophet's Cloak ideally. Your Bell, you want Crazy Slots, and for your traits at the end of the build, going 6 Song Chant and 6 Proficiency will give you maximum damage. However, if you want to go more Vitality, then you can go 4 Proficiency and 2 Song Chant in order to get the Vitality. But I don't really need it on this build since I just want damage. So on the build, you're going to want to start with 6 into Thundercall and then 5 into Frost Roar. So then immediately go all the way to 20 Willpower. This is good just for some starting talents. By then you'll have a mantra, so you want to go to 50 Thundercall, which you can just train on the guards. Then you go to 25 Strength and to 25 Charisma, 40 Willpower. This will just give you the auto scream requirements. So what you want to do here is escape depths, then you can unlock Gale Breath in the surface. But the most important thing you need to do is kill Kaido. This is just so you can get the Auto Scream talent card, which gives you 25% more damage, and it's a really easy ability to prog. It isn't hard to kill Kaido at power 8. I managed to do it completely solo on the prog, so I recommend checking that video out if you want to see how. Otherwise, you can just join a Discord like PvE Hub and buy a carry for relatively cheap. But once you've killed Kaido, then you can finally go to 20 Frost Roar on the build. This is just the requirements for Glacial Arc, a very good mobility mantra. Once you've done that, you just invest 1 point into your Fortitude, 1 point into your Agility, and then 1 point into your heavy weapon. And then you can get to power 10 if you're not already, but you're ready to Shrine of Order, assuming that you've got all the pre-shrine cards, which you can check on the build maker. Shrine of Order, all your stats should be 18. So from here you go to 40 Agility for the Ghost requirements, 25 Fortitude, 20 Strength, then you go to 80 Gale Breath, this gets you level 5 mantras, then you go to 50 Agility, and then you just put the rest of your points into your heavy weapon. This gets you, well, 85 on a Gremmer. You might be wondering why not run Nullifying Clarity like I did in the prog. Well, I honestly decided it wasn't worth that 10% damage when the damage that just getting more heavy weapon provides you is far more consistent at just giving you a damage boost. While you can still run Nullifying Clarity, I don't really recommend it. Alright, moving on to the talents, we'll start by getting Conditioned Runner. This is just free healing and makes Chaser and Ethiron incredibly easy. Ghost is good quality of life, you can dodge Chaser's triple attacks, and basically never get hit by Ethiron's ult. A World Without Song doesn't do anything on Gale as far as I know. Then you'll get your Wyvern's Claw, Carnivore, Rending Impact. This is very important, especially with Glacial Arc against Chaser. Then you get Champion's Regalia. This makes humanoids like Duke easier to fight. Spine Cutter for more damage. Fishman for HP. Neuroplasticity is a second mantra slot. It's very good. Thresher Claws is more pen. Bulldozer is the second part of the tech required in order to knock down Chaser. Blood Iron Spirit, as well as Scuba Jammer as free health. And Speed Demon is procced incredibly easily on a Jet Striker and gives you speed boost on your M1s. Kickoff is mobility. Time to Go is, well, speed on kill. You want Grand Feast on Carnivore, then you'll grab your Giant Slayer to deal more damage to foes larger than yourself. Tough Love is free bonus damage. Heavy Hitter, more posture damage, might as well. Get Charged Return, this pairs super well with Raging Sap. static. You'll unmount your Gale Breath by default. You can get Inhale and Aftercut for even more damage. Get Wind Step for mobility. Old Habits and breathing exercises for free HP. You have to get Old Habits pre-shrine, sadly. Armor Conserver gives you less armor durability lost. Ready or Not and replenishing knockout are free. And you can go full reset, but you really don't need to, with how low the cooldown on crazy slots is. Padded Armor and Steel Scales is free damage reduction. Pocket Bombs is plus 5 HP if you want to do the quest. Then you get Raging Static, which is 20% damage, as well as proccing charge returns, so it's super strong. Then you're going to go the Spectre path on this build, so you'll be getting Phantom Step and Apparitions for more damage. You want to get Cap Artist. This pairs super well with Heavenly Wind, allowing you to wave dash in layer 2 only. Discovery of Fire will allow you to light Chaser on fire without needing any flame charm. Then you'll get the full Surge path, and finally get the Matador talent, just to deal 20% more damage to Chaser. And that is the talents on the build completely done. Coming over to the mantras, you want to grab Tornado for free damage, Gale Lunge to pair with Glacial Arc, Gale Punch and Astral Wind for burst damage. Then you get Wind Passage, Glacial Arc and Dash for your mobility. Heavenly Wind, just because this allows you to wave dash, very important for moving very fast. And then you get your Spark Swap for nice layer 2 speedrun skips. You actually have a lot more max talent spare, so you can pick up some additional mantras for times that you can't use Heavenly Wind. I highly recommend getting either Twisted Kicks or Gale Trap, just because Gale Trap is free damage that you can stack, and Twisted Kicks is essentially another Astral Wind. Overall, there is a little bit of wiggle room in terms of extra talents. This just means you can get even more mantras. Coming over to your weapon, as always, it's going to be a 3-star damage Enforcer's Axe, with the ideal enchant being either Astral or Grim. And obviously you want to max out your DVM. By the time you add an Ishin's Ring, as well as some nice scaling rings, you'll be dealing a lot of damage per M1. So yeah, this boss killer build is extremely powerful. Coming over to the summary, you gain alright HP. However, remember, if you want, you can spec into more vitality on this build, which will just mean that you're totally unkillable. As you can see, extremely tanky if you need it to be. Now for the two final things. This is how I modify all the mantras on the build. You'll just want to put a Blessed Gem on Astral Wind if you're fighting any bosses except for Chaser, and put a Blue Gem on Twisted Kicks or Gale Trap. But how do you use this build to its fullest potential? Well, it's simple. You'll just need to make sure that you're perfect casting most of your mantras, meaning that you'll need to M1 and properly time your mantras in order to get extra damage on them. Generally speaking, the mantra order goes M1, Astral Wind, M1 Gale Punch, and then M1 Tornado. Unless you're fighting something like Duke or Primonon, you'll typically be M1ing while your Tornado is out, just so you can get extra damage. However, this will make the mantra dissipate faster. Something you'll need to be wary of is Jet Striker's Flourish ability. It's incredibly annoying since it'll make you teleport behind a target and potentially miss one of your M1s or mantras. So just make sure that after you flourish, you don't use a mantra until the teleport occurs. But yeah, that's honestly all you'll need to know to make sure you're using the build properly. Good luck using the build. It's a really easy build to use and gives you some really high performance. If you enjoyed this video or found the build useful, make sure you like and subscribe and join the Discord for the build maker link. Anyways, check out some more PvE content and I'll see you all next time.